This week I'm doing Evangelism 101. I'm going to teach you how to do evangelism, and I'm going to show you how to go from a place of being fearful of evangelism to a place where you can have confidence and know what to say. So today I want to talk about the first C, which is compelled. So a lot of people have fear to evangelize because they are not compelled, they don't have an urge, they don't have a desire to actually do it. And let's read what Paul said about reaching people for Jesus. He said in 2 Corinthians 5:14, "For the love of Christ compels us, because we judge thus, that if one died for all, then all died." You see, Paul had a driving force, an urge that wanted to connect with people. That urge was so strong, and he said that urge was the love of God. But how did he get that revelation? How did he understand through the love of God what he needed to see in people? And in this verse it explains it. He says, "Because we judge thus, that one person died for all, therefore all died." It's a very interesting statement. It almost sounds like he's saying all people's already died in Christ. Well, people haven't received Christ yet, but from God's perspective, it's different. God sees them as already forgiven. You see, Paul had the revelation that Jesus died, one person for all, and that has changed the spiritual atmosphere to the place where God has dealt with the sin issue. People's sin has already been dealt with. A lot of us are afraid of evangelism because we feel alone. We feel like we have to now reconcile them to God. We have to get them into God's good books. But the fact is, God's already pronounced good news over them. Our job is to provoke faith in them so that they would now connect to that grace of forgiveness that's already been provided. It's already been given. So from God's perspective, people are forgiven. And when we pick up on that perspective, seeing what God sees, when you look at a person in the street, anyone that walks past you, and you see them as forgiven, it gives you such a confidence. It gives you a confidence in your heart that I've got good news for them. I've got something to share with them that, man, God's dealt with your sin. He has forgiven. And so when we look from that perspective, the love of God will start compelling us. So let's be compelled in our hearts to reach people for Jesus. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about how to connect. Always remember, you are highly favored and deeply loved.